Welcome to Pure Mathematics 1, Chapter 2, Coordinate Geometry, topic the gradients of a line. When you have a line, let me draw the plane x and y first. Here's my x, and here's my y. I have a line that is, I want to find the slope of this line. So I will use the gradient to measure the slope of this line. Here's I have this point is x1, y1, and this one is x2, y2. The coordinate of these 2 points. Now, if I want to find the gradients, I will use this formula. The gradient of a line is always denoted at m. Not always, but usually they denote it at m because it is a common rule that we agree with each other. We have y2, the y coordinate of this one. We measure the chain y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or we can take y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. It's okay, just changing the sign of both numerators and denominators is okay. So overall, just the change in y over the chain in x, chain in y over change in x. But something we cannot do is that we say m equal to y2 minus y1 over x1 minus x2. It needs to be correspond to what you are doing. If you take if x1 greater than x2, so this one will be a positive number, but x2 minus x1 is actually a negative number. So when you do it like that, you change whether this one is positive or negative. You change the sign, you change the slope of this line, which is not correct because positive and negative will be different situation. So please remember that, don't do it like this. If you take y1 minus y2, so x1 minus x2. If you take y2 minus y1, so x2 minus x1. Remember that. If I take this point in 4 and 5, and this one is 19 and 25. Now I will find the slope of this line using the formulas in here. So the slope of this line equal to, first I want to use this formula, so I take 25 minus 5 over 19 minus 4 equal to 20 over 15, which is equal to 4 over 3. So 4 over 3 is the slope of this line. I will do it the other way around to show you that this is the same. M equal to 5 minus 25 over 4 minus 19 equal to minus 20 over minus 15, which is also 4 over 3. It's the same. Please remember that when you take something minus something, the y must be corresponding to the x. Next, this one is an uphill. You see that when you go uphill, you go like this one, uphill. So you will have a positive gradient. But if you go downhill, let me take another color. I have another line which go like this, go down. So when you calculate it, you will find this is a negative number. It's a way to check whether your calculation is correct or not. If you see something like this, and when you calculate it, you can see you find it's a positive number. So you have to look back at your calculation, because it's always a negative numbers. Because it's going down. If we have a straight line, a horizontal line, the gradient of a horizontal line equal to 0. for this line C. So gradients of line C equal to 0 because there are no chain in Y. It's a horizontal line. If I have a vertical line, which is equal to D, gradient of D is infinite. We cannot find the gradient of D because Y go to infinity because no chain in X. So chain in X equal to 0. So something cannot divided by 0 will go to infinite. Now we are going to talk about some properties of the gradients of the parallel lines and their perpendicular line. For parallel line, you have two lines, and this one and this one. The gradient of this one is m1 and the gradient of this one is m2. So m1 equal to m2. It's obvious, right? This is a chain. The chain in Y over a chain in X, but because they are parallel, so they are the same. So for a perpendicular line, something like this, and this one. Here's 90 degrees, so they're perpendicular. The gradient of this line is m1, and the gradient of this line is m2. So m1 multiplied by m2 equal to -1. This is rule that you have to remember in a fancy way. They are called the negative reciprocal of each other's. M1 and M2 are negative reciprocal of each other's. After this, I will have a little proof why we have these formulas. M1 multiplied M2 equal to -1. Now I will have some little proof for the equation M1 multiplied by M2 equal to -1. So-called the general rule of this one is that the product of the gradients of two perpendicular lines is equal to -1. I draw the plane for X and Y here, planes here. First I have 1 in here, here's my 1, and I draw a line up to 1, and this is 45 degrees. Because I draw it, so I can construct it in any way I want. And the other one, which is 45 degrees too, and I connect this point here. Because these two are 45 degrees, so they are up to 90 degrees, so they are perpendicular, right? For the first point, I call the slope of this line. Let me take another color, so let me draw the slope of the blue line. The slope of this line is m1. The slope of this line m1 equal to the chain in Y over the chain in X equal to maybe here's my Y, and because here is the origin 0 0, so Y equal to Y minus 0 over is 1 minus 0 1 minus 0 equal to Y over 1 equal to 1 equal to Y. So m1 equal to Y. So here's the coordinate of this point 1 and m1. Similarly, with the yellow line, we have 1 and m2. M2 the gradient of this line. We all know that based on the Pythagoras theorem, in a square triangle, this one is a square triangle, a square plus b square equal to c square. So here's my a, adjacent edge, here's my b, adjacent edge, and here's the hypotenuse c, right? So first I want to find a and b, because here's how I will find this a equal to square root of, we know how to find distance between two lines, so it's a 1 minus 0, here's 1 minus 0, plus m1 minus 0 square, which is equal to square root of 1 plus m1 square. And this is b also can be calculated in the same way, so it's b equal to square root of 1 plus m2 square. And here this one c equal to m1 minus m2, because the coordinate of this point is m1, the coordinate of this point is m2. Making this in here, a square would be square of 1 plus m1 square plus square root of 1 plus m2 square equal to m1 minus m2 overall square equal to, so 1 plus m1 square plus 1 plus m2 square equal to m1 square minus 2m1 m2 plus m2 square. So we can see from both sides we both have m1 square, m2 square, and m2 square. From here we can see that 2 equal to minus 2 m1 and 2, so we would have m1 multiplied by m2 equal to minus 1. Okay, this is how we prove that the gradient of two perpendicular lines, their product is minus 1.